Hello, hello. Welcome back, all my strange stars. We're here with Alaniel.
Hi everybody, good to see you.
All right, Alaniel, we're going to start this off real quick. Go ahead and give them your details, where they can find you. Go ahead and start that off so they can get your information and everything like that as we get into the video.
Perfect. My name is Alaniel, that's A-L-A-A-N-I-E-L. You can find me on SoundCloud, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, on Radiate, on Reddit, and most other platforms just under that name. Instagram is Alaniel Music. I'm a hybrid and experimental bass DJ. I really like the deeper and the darker side of bass music that's really wubby and that you can really feel with your body. I love trap hooks, and I put a lot of trap influence into my music as well. And I play a lot in the Atlanta area. I do travel a little bit as well, and we're planning some more travel as well later in the year and into next year too, that I'm excited to expand outside of the area. So definitely put in where you would like to see me next in the comments below. I know that this will be on YouTube and on Twitch as well, so let me know.
Hey, and shout out to Emerald Summers. Give us a little explanation, because Emerald Summers and that whole team is doing a lot at Bliss Lounge, and I know that's where they can find you every week. Let them know what part of town you can find Bliss Lounge at, by the way.
Absolutely. So I work closely with Emerald Summers Presents, as well as being on the Strange Stars Collective roster. With Emerald Summers Presents, we do a lot of artist development and a lot of work directly with artists that are trying to grow and to expand their career. We do this on the back end of things with consultations and direct mentoring, but we also do events as well to provide real platforms for artists too to perform in and to showcase their skills. Bliss Bar and Lounge in Johns Creek, Georgia is one of the places that we do this. We usually do a monthly event there, and we will go outside of them as well, and we'll do events that are pop-up in different areas. So you don't necessarily know where you'll always catch us, but we are always listening to where we would like to be seen, which is another reason why I'd like to hear where you'd like to see more shows in your area. We need to see where the demand is. We know that the audience is all over, so if we see where you are, we know how to cater to you, so you don't have to go to larger cities to get your fix for EDM. But no matter, if you're an artist, it doesn't really matter where you are too. You can be coached to do well in your area and with the resources that you have. We do this directly with you, and if you're interested, you can go onto the Emerald Summers Instagram at Emerald Summers Presents, or on Facebook by the same name. You can let us know a little bit about you and what you do. On our link tree, there's an artist forum as well and a vendor forum. We work with artists, we work with craftspeople as well to expand their businesses. So definitely give us your information and let us know if you'd like to work with us more.
Yeah, small businesses. I love it. That's what my key thing is. I like to express to go out and spend some money and some time with the small businesses. Go out and expand things that are a little bit different than the typical norms, especially stuff, for example, that media would give you. If you're watching, like Dish Network or anything like that, you're going to see a lot of McDonald's commercials. You're going to go see, the basic stuff. Think outside of the box when you go out and kind of experience some of the underground stuff, which this is what we're keen to. We like to push the bar for all of the underground artists that are sitting there trying to get their name out there.
Right.
So the music business is, in a form, other people would say it's a cutthroat business. In the EDM scene, it's not really like that. Everyone has their own thing. Everyone has their own expression of emotion through music.
True.
And that's one of my favorite thing about Alaniel, by the way. She gets up on stage and you can just tell, it's not just the music, her emotion comes out as well. And, for example, people like me, I originally am very, I wouldn't say quiet, but I'm scared to express myself. So I express myself through music. And that's how I associate myself with everybody, basically. So the inspiration is one thing I like to kind of grab out of everybody, because inspiration comes from all spectrums. It doesn't even have to be music. So Alaniel, what is the number one inspiration you had according to music? It could be parents, it could be something that you saw on TV when you were younger, anything like that.
for when it comes to my music and pursuing music further. I've always been passionate about music, and I've always kind of been a little privy towards it. Like for as long as I can remember, ever since I was like a small kid, I've been playing piano or like learning piano. And like in my teenage years, I would write and compose songs like in entirety with lyrics and different things. So I was really appreciative of rock music and pop music. And I kind of found my own, like, almost Lana Del Rey kind of style. But with EDM, I kind of caught on to that in around, like, the 2008 area. And I was really attracted to the amount of creativity and intricacy and the lack of limits and bounds that you really have to stick to. And I've really gotten to see, as I've grown in the EDM culture and in the EDM world, that really transposes to all areas of the community. So with music, it's amazing because you can use sounds that are very unconventional and that have never been heard before, and you can create music in a way that is unconventional and is new and is rhythmic and more body-oriented and intuitive-oriented. But in the community, we're more than musicians. We are painters and drawers. We are conceptualizers. There are people who orchestrate entire events and entire festivals that include so many different aspects of art. But one of the things that I love the most about EDM is the fact that with this boundless creativity, you really can create your own lane, your own world in EDM, and you can be successful in that in a way that is not the same that someone in another area of EDM and this creative community will. So you can both be successful and happy, and you can reach your goals, and it doesn't matter if you want to conform or if you want to do something completely new. People are going to appreciate and support you because you're conforming in a way that is very well, or you're doing something new in a way that was very needed. And I think that need is really important. You can obviously see where a community and where a world lacks. So if you design something towards filling that goal, you immediately have a demand.
Like I say to a lot of people, give us your hour. And what I mean by your hour, that's what the basic time, the average set that they give you when you're a DJ, you get up on stage, or sorry, a producer, an EDM artist, you get that hour. So you use that hour to put out the energy, what you want people to experience for that hour. It's don't go out there just saying, hey, I want to just play what's popular. No, play us what shows who you are. Make it into art, because whether you're playing other people's music or your own music, it's still art one way or another, and the way you put it together might be different from how someone else puts it together.
That is so true.
Exactly.
Playing one banger after the next, after the next, after the next, just because they're good, cool songs is fun, and you can dance to it. But over the course of your hour, like you put it, you feel that for exactly what it is. Someone who puts in the time and the intuition to a cadence over an entire hour to convey something more than just these dance songs that you're putting on. That is where the artistry is, and that's what people remember the most too. So if you're filling a void in an area, once again, you have demand, and people are going to really appreciate that.
It's all art, and if you haven't realized yet, music is an expression of emotion. So whenever you get depressed, go draw. If you get upset, go draw. Go make music. I mean, if you're feeling some type of way about something that happened in your life, you have to take that emotion and network it. Instead of arguing or fighting, you have to network it somehow. And for example, that's how I network my emotions. Whenever something doesn't go my way, life doesn't always play a part, so you have to network that emotion. And music's that key. And the one last thing I want to get it out so I don't forget it. The one thing I always ask every single DJ producer that ever comes about, I know this is kind of a basic question, but where did your name come from? Now I kind of get a standpoint of where your name came from, but what made you decide that was your solid name for your production?
Got you. I actually answered a question that I saw on Facebook about this too earlier, and I can go into a little bit more depth about it as well. So in that answer, they were asking about how you got your artist name, and like for me, I knew that with whatever art form it is that I was going to commit to and really take up, because I've always been attracted to so many different types of art, and like I've dabbled in a lot, and music production and DJing has really been the one that I stuck to. But I knew that whatever it was that I did end up doing was just going to be 100% me, and it was going to be my favorite stuff, my favorite music, my favorite things to look at, period. So I knew automatically that I was always going to live up to it as well, and I didn't mind being just totally tied to that. Mm-hmm. So I kept my artist name to be the same name that I just take on. That is just like my regular name that I always go by, which is Alaniel. And I can take my answer to that Facebook question a little bit further and kind of answer where Alaniel came from. A lot of people think that this is my birth name, but it's actually like a chosen name that I took on. And my birth name never 100% like fit well with me and never 100% settled. So I wasn't opposed to taking on a new name, but at the time, like, as a very spiritual person, I'm always trying to become more in tune with my higher self, the aspect of me that is more knowledgeable and more wise, the aspect of me that has no limitations and isn't really so concerned about lower worldly problems and trivial things. So I was trying to become more in tune with my higher self through regular daily meditation, and for a few months I was trying to meditate on what the name of my higher self was. And eventually that did come to me as Alaniel. And after that, for a while of thinking about it and considering it, I decided to actually take that on as my chosen name in my daily, regular life, because it was always going to be a reminder to me to aspire to my higher self's properties. Mm-hmm. Like, when I'm interacting with anyone over anything, I don't want it to be over dumb, earthly, 3D physical world kind of oriented spaces. I want it to come from love and connection. I want it to come from higher aspects of connecting with a person and relating to that person and constructing and building together and co-creating.
Natural.
So, right. Natural. So when I'm talking to you, when I'm relating to you, I'm talking to you as Alaniel, and I'm replying to you as Alaniel, my higher self. So by naming myself this and hearing it constantly, it's a daily reminder of who I really am. Mm-hmm. And it's a constant reminder to stop and to think before I react, because am I reacting from a low ego aspect, or am I really reacting as Alaniel? Mm-hmm. Constantly.
And the way you put it is perfect, because, you know, I've met many DJs and producers over the time, and I'm sure you have too, and over the time you see some people use their name to, of course, put on a different aspect, right? Mm-hmm. They're trying to play a whole different aspect, whether it's what you want to perceive or what they want to perceive. But I like the fact that you're pretty much stating it as you're an open book. Mm-hmm. I am who I am.
100%.
And that's the greatest way to get things out. If you ever go out to any of these festivals and you see people that create, for example, stones with the wires and all that you know,
that's really cool.
they make it naturally. They sit there and do it. There's nothing artificial about it, and that there's always something more homey, much better about natural things than, you know, the artificial route.
I agree.
And a lot of people who are out there know exactly what I mean. Some people are kind of, I don't exactly know what you mean, but over time, as you get into the scene, you'll start to understand that the natural feel is the way to go, and the longevity of life too.
That's true.
That's key.
That authenticity is absolutely key.
Yeah.
If it doesn't flow through everything that you do, then you should really look at where authenticity stops in your life and in your expression, because maybe that's something where you have an issue with yourself. Like, why can you not be authentic there? Yeah. There's some work to be done there, because you can. Why won't you?
But one thing I do appreciate, you are very attentive to who you are, and I really appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
So we're about to, like you said, give you that hour.
Absolutely.
We're about to put you in, she's about to put you in her zone. So I hope you're ready for this.
I hope you're ready too. It's a very comfy place, but not at first.
You're not ready. But of course, we have another one after her, so stay tuned for that one as well.
Absolutely.
So I will see you. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you so much for listening. See you later.
Rock the party non-stop like this. Play this. with your hands, knocking down doors again. We're gonna need some help.
So wait, what happened to it?
On the description. I guess I clicked the wrong thing there again and making sure that it put the wrong thing. So I stretched that out for 45 minutes.
Alien noises.
All the way down.
I just pulled everything up.
This is the
Hello, hello. We are back. Welcome back, Strange Stars. Good to see you. We have another artist coming up. Introduce yourself. Give them the details.
How's it going? I'm Lyra B from ATL.
Lyra B.
Play music. It's got lots of bass in it.
I love it. So, I have yet to be there during one of your sets. Now, coming to one of your sets, what are we going to expect? What are you going to be giving us today?
It's gonna be fast. I like misty, like ethereal music.
Oh, yeah.
I suppose kind of melancholy vibes, but bouncy at the same time.
Hey, there you go. Hey, I always... that you can take. You can have the same style of music as someone and perceive it as something else, you know? So, Lyra B, where did that name come about? That's my favorite question to ask.
God.
You know.
I got a story. So, when I was 2 or 3 years old, maybe older than that, I don't remember. I was a small child. But I asked somebody what electronic music was, what techno music was. And they said, oh, it was weird techno people. They play records and they have weird names like Hedron Sphincter.
Yeah.
And so I went for the rest of my life thinking Hedron Sphincter was a real group. I Googled it. Turns out that phrase does not exist on the internet. It's not a real group. And so I decided I wanted to be Hedron Sphincter as a joke when I started playing.
Yeah.
And the people that wanted to give me my first show because I was starting out sat me down and said, we're not going to put the word sphincter on a flyer. We're sorry. And so I played my first show as Hedron, and that seemed a little convoluted. So after that, I switched it to just my name, first name, last initial, and the tradition of the DJs before me.
Yeah, that's what I like. Both you and Alaniel both stick to keeping your true name and who you are as your artist name, which is a good thing. I pick Arachnid only because, like, first things first, I just love spiders and the background of spiders and the concept of spiders. They're pretty nice, and even as a profession, I do pest control, and my favorite thing to do is as I'm treating and I see a spider sitting there, I kind of just like pick him up with my what they call a Webster, and I'll relocate him nicely somewhere
Oh,
else.
that's great.
But all the other ones, they can go bye-bye. No more ants. But no. See, everyone has their own little twing on how they find their name, and that's what I like about all the different artists, because, you know, when you find your name, it's like boom, there it is. But, you know, luckily with them, they were born with their name. Boom. But by the way, Laura B, what is your inspiration? What gets you up? Because I've actually, you know, I've seen you around the scene, and I've heard nothing but good things, but I've yet to, like I said, experience it. So,
Well, I mean, it's the music at the end of the day. I like the music itself. I like the way it brings people together. There's a lot of different kinds of people that go to these events, but we all share like a similar tingly feeling, I suppose. We all really dig the music. Yeah, I can't think of anything else I wake up wanting to do other than make music, play music, listen to music.
It's triggering a form of dopamine in your brain that no other, like, nothing out there can like match up with. There is no drug out there. There's no alcohol you can drink to match up to feeling what music gives you. But that's one thing I do love about music. But what is your favorite thing about music? Actually, that's an even better question in general. Aside from the culture and this, that, and the third, what is something that another thing you like about it?
I mean, it communicates things that words can't express. That's the essence of it.
Exactly.
And I would rather play music to a stranger than talk to them any day of the week. I'm terrible at talking to people.
Yeah, me too. That's why it kind of contradicts the fact that I like to give interviews, but it kind of breaks me out of my shell.
Yeah.
And that, especially in like the local scene, I like to bring people in here that also have that same thing going on, because like I have that same issue, and I tend to be more comfortable around people that have, an introvert and an introvert do become friends usually.
It happens.
It happens. But so at the end of the day, so let's say 5-10 years from now, there's no final aspect of what someone wants who truly loves music. They do music just to do music, but where would you see yourself doing music in 5 to 10 years from now?
In 5 to 10 years, I would see myself creating on a consistent basis in a way that I plan, and learning new things that I plan to learn. And just being able to regularly do these things instead of sporadically as I'm struggling to get by and whatnot. Like, I want to be regularly creating. I want to be regularly playing to people. And I don't really have anything besides that planned. I don't care. I make the music for itself's sake. I play music for my own creative satisfaction.
Exactly. A lot of people have misconceptions about DJing, about it, you're not playing instruments, this, that, and the third, but at the end of the day, it's a peace of mind. For example, I've played instruments, but I still come to the mixer at the end of the day just because I can sit and create so much, especially with, Ableton, and if you're using Logic, FL Studios, doesn't matter what you're using. If you're creating music, that's, it's a beautiful thing. It's an art. Like me and Alani were saying, that it's an art. And I like to express this out there that a lot of producers and musicians out there, they do struggle a lot, mainly because in this scene, it's partially a cutthroat industry. There's a lot of people out there that take different advantages and know more people than, let's say, we do, so it takes us creating our own thing. These DJs out there, they're their own business. So go show some love to all of the local DJs in your town, whether it be, someone that's just playing bars, someone that's just coming out. They love to see people out there. That's what keeps people going. You can enjoy the music on top of, showing love to the other people. Local is what we do, and local should be what y'all do too. All the big names, they're going to make their money one way or another. Us on the other hand, we fight every day so we can do this every day and create new things for y'all to listen to, and not just to listen to vibe to. That's the key, to vibe to. But I'm about to let Laura B do her thing, and I appreciate everyone, and I appreciate the love. Love, peace, and chicken grease.
You're pretty good. Fight me. But your style is no match for mine.
never average.
Saw a ghost.